He once sat upon a golden throne, nestled neatly in his home, only to find one of his greatest fear is that it was gone. It had disappeared. So now that it is no longer there, he is quite sore. So on this story, we shall explore. Little made-up rhyme there about the golden toilet. That's right. Wouldn't it be nice to have one of these in your home? You know, these gold toilets, there's only a few of them around. This one has disappeared. It's been stolen. We've got the footage to prove it, and justice has been served. Gary Croft has shared with me the story of two folks that have been jailed for their roles in the disappearance of this. Not the rolls of toilet paper, by the way. The roles in the theft of this golden toilet made of 18-karat gold. But you know what? Most of us do not have gold toilets, but we can get gold coins, and today is Father's Day. There are deals over at Summit Metals, the channel sponsor, so check them out at summitmetals.com. Great service, great prices, and good deals. So 2 men have been jailed for their roles in the theft of a 4.75 million pound gold toilet from the Blenheim Palace. And this is reporting to us from Sky News. And we're going to look at the actual video of this occurrence. This is the first time we've seen this. This is pretty wild. Check this out. As you can see, they're driving up here from the CCTV footage shows the thieves taking it from Blenheim Palace, which I think is where Winston Churchill once resided, although he didn't have the golden toilet. You can see there, the 2 cars have driven up to the lawn of the palace before 3 men made their way wielding sledgehammers, and 2 of them have been brought to justice right now. But you can see there, and there it is, and the car, and you can see brought it in there pretty heavy, but they looked like just tossed it in there pretty quick. That's pretty crazy. Something that heavy, and they were to get it in that quick, but you could see how the car just kind of bounced up and down there as they, it's because it's that heavy, and they drive off there, a small little mini coupe there, and then, yeah, it's crazy. And now they're on trial, and 2 of them have been jailed for the theft of this art piece. Pretty crazy. And it didn't look like they wore masks either. But getting into the details of this, they have been jailed now for the roles in the theft of the gold toilet from the Blenheim Palace. And James Sheen, who is 40, and Michael Jones, who's 39, were part of the gang who planned and carried out the burglary at the Oxfordshire stately home. Sheen, who is 40, is a roofer who pleaded guilty to burglary, conspiracy, and transferring criminal property, was sentenced at Oxford Crown Court to 4 years in prison. His sentence will run consecutively to the 19 years and 4 months sentence he is currently serving for attacks on cash machines and museum burglary and fraud. So he's got quite a criminal record here. And Michael Jones, who worked for Sheen and was convicted of burglary at trial, was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months. The fully functioning 18-karat gold artwork titled America was stolen from Blenheim Palace in September 2019, and I covered this story several times. The heist took place hours after a glamorous launch party. The distinctive toilet was split up or melted down and sold on soon after it was stolen, so therefore it has never been recovered. Now, we know that this was a very bold and brazen heist, and probably one of the strangest ones you will ever find out there, and it took about no more than about 4.5 minutes to complete. We saw evidence of that, how quickly they acted in that video. The judge said that he has no doubt that Sheen's sentence must be consecutive to the one he's already serving. Judge Pringle said he could not be sure that Jones was part of the gang that carried out the burglary, but had no doubt that his role was to carry out a reconnaissance of the museum to know exactly where the golden toilet was situated and to work out the quickest route in and out of the palace. Indeed, and there it is. It was torn from its fittings. You can see there's the damage after the heist. Crazy. the fact that it was working. By the way, did you know that toilets are the least maintenance of appliances that you have in your home? And they essentially can last up to, on average, 50 years, as long as there's no serious plumbing issue. And, it's quite apropos because as I record this video, I am in need of using such an appliance. But I, in my dedication to you, the viewer, shall hold out until as soon as this video is done, and then I will do my duty. All right, there we go. Last month, Frederick Doe was handed a 2-year suspended sentence after he was found guilty of conspiracy to convert or transfer criminal property. Jewelry shop owner Bora Gukuk, 41, of West London, was acquitted of conspiracy to transfer criminal property. During the proceedings in court, prosecutor Julian Christopher Casey said 5 men carried out the raid. However, only Jones and Sheen have been caught. So Detective Superintendent Bruce Riddle of Thames Valley Police said that he is fairly confident he knows the identity of the 2 others who took part in the heist. And this is years later. This is 7 years later, so it's crazy. He asked if anyone had any more information on the case to contact Crime Stoppers or the Thames Valley Police. So Sheen and his accomplices drove 2 stolen vehicles, a VW Golf and a Isuzu truck, through a locked gate at Blenheim Palace shortly before 5 a.m. on the night of the raid. Thames Police said 3 men armed with sledgehammers and a crowbar gained entry into the palace and smashed through the solid wooden door and tore the toilet from its fixing. So they acted very quickly. There was no politeness at all, and it didn't look like there was anything backed up. It sounds like that even though they took this toilet, it was a clean getaway, save for the surveillance footage. And again, didn't see any mask on them, but kind of hard to make the figures out, but still. The gold was believed to be worth £2.8 million at the time of the theft. However, it has been insured for the price of $4.75 million. They had to, probably smart to do that because of the, quote, numismatic or maybe the commodomatic value of the piece. Yeah, I'm sure many of you are going to have a lot of puns to put in the comments section down below. It would be a crime not to, but I'll leave that up to you. I'll limit my mention of those. Now, a couple of days after the burglary, Sheen contacted Doe about selling the gold. And from what I understand, this palace is where the great where Churchill lived, Winston Churchill. Through coded messages, the 2 men talked about cars and getting offered 26.5, which the Crown Prosecution Services argued referred to the men getting 26,500 per kilo of the stolen gold. Jones, who had visited the stately home twice in the days before the raid, was arrested on the 16th of October, 2019, before officers analyzed his phone. The force found he had searched the news reports about the stolen toilets on the 20th of September, 2019. He also told the jury that he took advantage of the artworks facilities the day before it was taken. When asked what it was like, Jones replied, "Splendid. Oh, I'm sure." Wow, crazy. So I guess this crime, it occurred not 7 years. It looks like under 6 years ago. But meanwhile, Sheen's DNA was found on both the sledgehammers left and the scene at the one of the stolen trucks used in the raid. Now, one thing I will say about this, the jeweler, probably got this thing, and they had to break it up and reshape it and melt it down. Somebody had to know about this, his other accomplice. Now, would they have misshapen it enough to where it wouldn't be recognized as pieces of a toilet? But still, chunks of gold being taken in to be melted down likely would have aroused suspicion, for sure. But, it would be a crappy thing to do, to take that gold and melt it down if you knew it was from the stolen toilet. All right, indeed. So I don't know, but amazing. And what a thing of beauty. And I think there may be others out there, I'm not sure. But one of them was kind of in a traveling museum. But so here it is. Will there be another made? I don't know. But if there is, they better guard it very, very well. And to think about this, that this thing was on display and actually was available to be used, where you literally could crap on gold, I tell you what, with the price where it is now, it would not be very nice, I think, because gold has really proven itself in a great and profound way. Nonetheless, smooth sailing down the pipeline as the toilet is flushed. And of course, I tell you what, honestly, I've cleaned toilets in my day. I have done it in previous jobs. There's nothing beneath doing that kind of work. I think it's great. But I tell you, it's not something that I, would really like to do again for a while. It's not something that I'd like to attain to anytime soon. But if I had the opportunity to clean an 18-karat gold toilet, well, I would jump at the chance. I might even kneel at the chance. I might even just sit on the throne for a little while and before I cleaned it. But yes, I would. There we go. Let me know what your thoughts are about this story. Fascinating indeed. Thanks to Gayer Croft for sharing it with me. With that, I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.